Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And now we get a peek at the Titan offense.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. 50, play. Squeeze, double. Play. 5.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. For New England, this is how they will line things up defensively. And they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Here we go. Get it, clear.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Ready.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Yeah, he'll find Hall. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Keeps himself upright. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. Oh, the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Defensively, starting lineup now for Tennessee. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Back to throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go, go, go. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll set up a throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? Line 50, line 50. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check. Lucky.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Titan football. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A nice little juke. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and long. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. 30 base.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A toss play to Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Patriots have it. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 2nd and 4. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Touchdown, New England.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. 2nd and 9 now. It's complete to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. They'll run on first down. Ingram, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
We got three.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Chubb on the counter. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Looking to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Pittsburgh. I got it. Shoot.
Back to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now in Nashville, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is fielded at the goal line. Gets past one man. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
Let's go, baby.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And now it's third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Chubb, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots now down 17-14. And time, a huge factor. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He's back to throw. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Back to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. On second down now. It's Ingram, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Ingram again. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Go now! 82 stop! 55 to Mike! Twist one! Ready? Get it!
Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45.
They run it again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Here's Brett Kern now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Let's go, D.
Looking to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Ingram. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Let's go, AT Gator. 53, Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go for it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Here we go. 60 out more.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Pats, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.